Hi everyone, welcome to another video here on the channel. So today we will be covering one of the top 3 mistakes I see service providers such as coaches, agency owners, or consultants do when they're about to build their offer and start promoting it, right? So without further ado, let me just jump right in and tell you about what these are. Now, quick disclaimer, these are not, although they are common, I've picked them up because you might not really give them too much attention, right? Or any attention at all. They must slip through your mind when thinking about what you're doing wrong when launching your offer. So let's go. Well, mistake number 1 obviously is going to be about assuming what your ideal customer is. You might say, I know my audience. I know who my ideal customer is. I know their hopes, their dreams, their pains, what they, are their objections, their false beliefs. Well, let me tell you, you might be right, but this is how you fall into this trap, right? Assuming that you know your audience enough to not do any research, right, or proper research. And when I speak to service providers on a regular basis, I always hear this message, right, or this from them, telling me, I know who my ideal customer is. I just want this. I just want the best marketing strategy. I tell them, okay, show me your messaging, show me your offer. They say to me, I serve, busy women or busy CEOs who work in IT and, they've lost shape or something like that. All right. All right. So let me see your messaging. And when I see the messaging, it is one of the most general looking messaging I've ever come across. Right. Stuff like get back in shape, lose 20 pounds, feel young again, stuff like that. And no wonder it's not working because your messaging looks exactly the same as everyone else's. So how do you actually step out of the crowd and be different? Is by conducting proper research, right? So you can do it yourself. You can hire someone who's experienced in doing proper research about or identifying customer avatars. So it can give you the exact list of everything, like by detail of everything, or most of the things that your audience is actually struggling with. Right? What are their expectations? What are the things that they like, the things that they don't like? Give you, feedback from the market, how your competitors are doing. So you can use that information and apply it to your expertise. All right. So whatever you do, you pick the information that applies to that is useful to your expertise and use it in a clear messaging. All right. That's how you can get clients as a beginner, even if you don't have any past or client history, or you don't have any testimonials or stuff like that. That's complete beginner. It's through clear messaging. So do not rush out your offering. Do not rush out your messaging. Take time, do proper research, and come up with something that is very precise. Something that when your ideal prospect comes across your ad or whatever material you have, they're gonna pause a little bit and give you more of their time and be curious about learning more of what you have to offer because you hit something right in them. So mistake number 2, it is going to be something that you probably didn't expect, right? You assume that your ideal customer cares about the little details of how you're going to help them. So this might be controversial, I know, but let me explain to you a little bit how this works. I've recently done a video where I went through interview with, it's not me that made the interview, but someone else made the interview with Apple CEO Tim Cook. And I went over his answer in details. Basically, he said, he was asked why Apple did not use the word AI in any of the events up until the last one, and they didn't even call it AI, they call it Apple Intelligence. for example. He said that his answer was, our customers do not care about how or what is the technology about of the future. They only want the future, right? And this is exactly what you should be doing in your messaging. Your customers do not care about the little details of how you're going to help them. They only want you to paint the vision in their minds about where they are and where they can be, right? So you might be saying, then how am I going to be explaining to them how I'm going to help them, right? In your page, in your videos. Well, easy. How I do it myself is I take the bigger promise and I break it down into small promises, right? So basically, it's the benefits, right? It's like small milestones they can achieve when working with me. It's all about small benefits, small milestones, small wins. That's how I show them how I'm going to help them. Not by, going over the little things and technical details and technical aspects of how I'm going to be delivering the work. No. And I see really, oftentimes coaches and consultants actually do this and showcase everything, pretty much most of what they do in little detail on their pages or on their videos. Your customer really do not care about this, right? They have a pain, you have a solution, you tell them if you can solve their pain, and they will give you their money, right? So they come to you with confusion, they come to you with questions, right? Do not add more confusion to them and give them a chance to have more false beliefs. Imagine, mentioning something, technical detail about how you're going to be doing the work or providing the service, and then they might have an opinion about that little thing, which might prevent them from purchasing your services, right? So do not give them more confusion. Give them shortcuts. Give them an easy way on how they can solve the problem. So do not teach in any of your messaging or marketing materials, right? Once you have them in the program, once they join your program, they pay, now you can actually break down the process and give them, ideas about what they could expect. What is the process going to be looking like? If there are deliverables, when are they going to be getting those deliverables? And that's pretty much it, right? But do not assume that people want to know the technical details about how you're going to help them. Just keep things simple. Only benefits, only promises, and when you think about the how, mention benefits and what they need to do to become your clients. Now, time for mistake number 3, right? So, mistake number 3 is about becoming a deliverable freak. All right. So, this one also might sound confusing or controversial, right? Like, are we supposed to over deliver and under promise? Yes. But I want you to drop the low ticket mindset when selling high ticket offers, right? And you might think that adding a lot of things to your service is going to be increasing the value, the perceived value of your program, right? Or it's like, hey, let me increase the value through deliverables so that they think whatever they paid for is way cheaper than the value they're getting, right? And I understand. I used to think that way. But the reality is, when it comes to high ticket prices and high ticket programs, people pay high ticket programs because they have a higher importance problem, right? They have a bigger pain. And at this point, they don't have really time to consume a lot of the things that you give them or to check out a lot of the deliverables that you give them. They will just end up with a pile of things that they will never check out. And obviously, people who pay high ticket they're very busy, right? So you're just going to be overwhelming them with communication, with stuff to check, and you're not going to be making their life easier. So they hired you to save time for themselves, right? They hired you to have quicker and better solutions, not to show them how good you are, or at making documents, or having 100-hour courses and stuff like that. They really do not care about this. So what is going to be increasing the value of your service, of your high ticket service especially, all right, is the progress that you make them feel. Like how much progress they feel they have taken when they start working with you, like the milestones, right? So I would rather have fewer deliverables, which give them a sense of progress, instead of giving them 100 things that would just confuse them, and they don't feel like progressing much, right? So high ticket services are all about saving time. People use the money to save time, not to get complicated things. All right. And whoever client that wants things in like a corporate way, lots of deliverables, you don't want to work with them, to be honest. Yeah, because they have the wrong mindset. But most of the clients who pay high ticket understand this, right? Even if they're not able to communicate this clearly to you, they expect from you to understand this, which is you're here to to serve them in a way that saves them time, give them quicker answers, and get them to where they want to be faster with little effort, right? So then there needs to be some efforts involved, of course, but it's not as if you give them tons of things so they can learn stuff themselves and do things themselves. All right. So that's why people pay high ticket. Do not assume that people want a lot of things. Right. Focus on getting them to feel more aha moments, more progress, because that's how they're gonna say, "Hey, whatever I paid for this, it's much cheaper." Right. It's the value has exceeded my expectations. So let's give an example. For example, a coaching program where you think giving them access to private coaching, also group coaching, also materials and courses, give them access to maybe like WhatsApp or email support, live trainings, and maybe like a what do you call those? Retreats and stuff like that, just to justify the price of your coaching program. And I'm gonna tell you that this is not the right way to do it. You might have success with this, but true fulfillment, true clients come from the feelings of progress. I know many coaches who have been in the industry for so long only offer private coaching. That's it. And email support, right? And they charge tens of thousands of dollars per month for their services, right? It's like, you want to work with me? All right, it's 50K. What do I get? Well, 3 to 4 coaching sessions, private coaching sessions a month. That's it, right? So do not think that more deliverables are going to be making your service look more valuable. That works for low ticket offers, for courses, for things that cost $7, $10, $20. But for high ticket offers, 5K, 10K, this is not the way to do it, right? Focus on saving time and getting them progressed a lot faster, and they will be, they will think that whatever they paid for is not enough compared to the value that you have provided them. So yeah, these were in my opinion, one of the top 3 mistakes service providers make, such as coaches and agency owners and consultants. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any thoughts you want to share, leave them down in the comments. And do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.